YouTube? What's going on today? I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Sincerely, I do. I'm on my way to a job right now, and since I'm always doing truck talk videos, I figured I may as well do another one since I got about like 20 minutes to knock out. So thank you guys for watching. First of all, thanks to all my subscribers. It truly means a lot. I say that in every video because it truly really does mean a lot. Until you make YouTube videos and you spend the time editing and you put yourself out there, and you talk about things and you know, problems you've gone through and everything like that, you really don't understand how much a subscriber actually means to you when they click subscribe. It means so much more than I ever thought that it would, honestly. But with that being said, I wanted to make a video today about one of my worst experiences, or maybe the worst experience that I've had in my lawn care journey. And it actually, well, I guess first and foremost, the worst one would be when I got hit with that concrete out of the bush hog. But aside from that, I mean like an actual business experience that taught me a big lesson about business. And that would be, it actually didn't even really have to do with lawn care, well, cutting grass. I did cut grass as part of the job, but this lady called me up on Sunday. I went over to her house after church. I had a voicemail when I got out of church. I called her. I said, would it be okay to come over today? She said, yes. So I went over there and gave her the price, and when we were walking around the job to see everything that needed to be done, and this could be my fault, or it could just be somebody playing on my words. You know, people are out there like that. Like when you're in the business, you're gonna come across a lot of customers that are just amazing people, like just truly amazing people. It's gonna open up your mind that there really are good people out in this world still. So, but then there are some customers that they totally out for themselves. Their bottom line or their agenda is to get over you, to get over on you, and they don't really care about anything else. And you know, I don't live my life that way. I'm sure a lot of y'all don't, but there are people out there like that, and they don't care if you're out in their yard sweating your brains out for 3 days, whatever. They just greedy, selfish, inconsiderate, and there's nothing you can do about it except be smarter than them. The only way to beat people like that is to be smarter than they are. Just be aware, be conscious of how these people act, red flags that pop up from customers like that. And the point of this video is to help you recognize those red flags, or you know, maybe you're just gonna have to go through it. I hope not, but it doesn't feel good when somebody gets over on you like that. But I walked around, gave this lady a price. I told her it would be $150 to trim her. No, it was to trim back some rose bushes, pull some weeds, and I told her that I couldn't give her a price to put down the mulch because I didn't know how many bags of mulch it would take, and I didn't have my measuring wheel with me to find out exactly how many bags of mulch I would need. So when I came back the next day to do the job, I brought my measuring wheel with me. So I told her that it would be $150 plus the cost of mulch. Well, this is where it gets sketchy. I mean, you could say that's my fault. Maybe it is, but I mean, I've never had a customer play on my words before. If they thought I meant something, you know, maybe they would tell it back to me and repeat it and say, wow, you mean I'm gonna get all of this stuff done and the mulch installed for $150? So they when it came down to paying, when the whole job was said and done, and I wrote out the invoice and I turned it into her and gave it to her, she said, whoa, what is this? And I've never been in a confrontation with a customer before, but it wasn't a good experience. Definitely a good lesson though. She said, if you don't make this right, I'm gonna report you everywhere I found you. Everywhere I found you on social media, I'm gonna blast you. And I was like, whoa, I don't want that to happen. I don't want any controversies anyway. So I said, ma'am, I'm not 100% sure what's actually wrong with the invoice. It says everything that we discussed. I said, can you tell me where you think the problem's at? And she said, I'm not telling you what the problem is. You need to find it and you need to fix it. And so I go back in the truck, and she said, go back in the truck, write the invoice, and bring it to me when you're done. Well, I'm inside the truck, I'm writing the invoice, and this lady just gets in a car and backs up out the driveway and takes off down the street. And I'm like, what the heck, man? What in the world is going on? This lady's totally trying to skate over on me. And we never really came eye to eye. It was $150 for the landscaping aspect of it. And I got paid $45 to cut the grass. So it came out to be $195. That's what she paid me. Well, her husband actually ended up paying me. And the mulch, she didn't give me anything for the mulch, because supposedly I said plus the cost of the mulch. So she actually paid me for the bags of mulch, but she didn't pay me for the installation of the mulch. And it was just a bad experience. I spent like a whole day and a half laying down these bags of mulch. It was 26 bags of mulch, and I did all of that for free. And when I always try to do the best job I can, so I was doing things that I wasn't even getting paid to do. Like I freshened up the edge on the garden, because when I put the mulch down, I wanted it to look good, I wanted it to look better. And I just said, hey, I'm going to throw that in there. I'm not even going to mention it, because I was happy with the price of everything it came out to be, which I didn't get paid. So, I guess the point of the video, and one of the tips I could give you to help you with it, is when you say words to customers, you need to act like you are in a courtroom. You need to act like you're a lawyer. You need to say what you mean and mean what you say. And you need to think about, can anybody take what I'm saying and misconstrue it and twist it in any type of way? Is what I'm saying, can it be turned into something else? Can somebody play on these words? And like I said, the majority of your customers, they won't take advantage of you. Most people are honest people, but there are the few of them that just aren't. And their bottom line, their mission is to get over on you. And I've never come across that type of person before. I've never experienced that kind of customer before, like I said, but they are out there. And that was definitely the biggest lesson that I've learned in lawn care or landscaping, anything to do with this industry or this business. And I talked to a husband, and he was just as rude as she was. Like, they were in this as a team, and it's almost like they knew what they were gonna do before they even called me. Which is just crazy, because you just, when you live your life a certain way, you kind of assume other people live their lives the same way. So, if I had to touch on some of the red flags, there really wasn't too many red flags. It just came down to what I said, how that could be twisted and flip back on me. So the main point I just want to make is when you give somebody a price, just make sure you mean exactly what you say and nobody can twist it. And as long as you do that and you keep that in mind every time you give a price or talk to a customer. And you see, I messed up. Where I messed up at on this job was I ran over there right after church on a Sunday, but I didn't have my invoice or my estimate book with me, so I couldn't write a proper estimate out, and I couldn't get them to sign it. I didn't have anything in words. Where we live, you're actually allowed to or able to make a verbal agreement, and people are supposed to stand by that word, and that technically I assume is a legal document. I've heard that many a times, but it may be a legal document, but honestly it's not a document, I know. But even if that is true, I mean, what good does it do you when you can't go back to the customer and say, hey, look, this is what the estimate says and here's your signature, you know? So if you can't present them what they signed, then you really have nothing to fall back on. So yeah, another one of the lessons would be definitely to, if you're going to go give a price and you're going to give an estimate, make sure you have an estimate sheet with you. Have the customer sign it, and that way when they try to screw you and get over on you, you can just show them, look, this was the agreement, this is what you agreed to. Another thing that you can do that I really like to do and I've learned to do since then is to when I go meet with a customer and I don't have an estimate sheet with me that they can sign or anything like that, what I'll do is I'll just send them a text message. Hey, this is what the job is going to do. This is what we agreed to. This is the price. You know, is it okay to start? Do you agree with this? And that way, you know, you don't have your estimate sheet with you, but you do have them agreeing to it, and then you can go back and show them, hey, this is everything that we discussed. So it was a big lesson. I want to make my YouTube channel a place that I can help new people in business, maybe middle people in business. I'm sure everybody that's already been in business for a long time has already been through these situations, and they've already got screwed by people. So if you're a new guy in the lawn care business and you're about to get started or you've already started, this is definitely something to look out for. And if this video helped you, please subscribe. Please comment down below if you have any stories that anybody got over on you with, and just let me know, guys. I really hope I can help some of y'all and avoid some of the things that are almost inevitable that you're gonna go through. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a blessed day. Please subscribe. If you want to follow me on Instagram, my name is Lawn Enforcement 24. Okay, so thank you guys again, and have a blessed day. See you later.